Environment, it's just not like only our surroundings. It's all about living and non-living things. The political environment will not be in a supporting way. So it will be a negative impact on our business. So business environment refers to all those internal and external factors that influences the business. If you want to communicate with others, with outsiders, it is external environment. Okay. Parents can control their own children, but they can't control other parents' children. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, Postgraduate College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, welcome to this new session on Unit 1, that is Introduction to Business Environment. So in the previous session, dear students, we discussed about the meaning of business, objectives of business, definition of the word business, and we also discussed about the scope of business. So in this particular session, dear students, we will be discussing about meaning of business, meaning of environment, next definition of business environment, types of business environment, and we also going to discuss about internal environment. So these are all the content for today's session. So moving on to know the meaning of business. Yes, in last class itself, we got to know the meaning of business. So once again, we recall what is the definition, what is the general meaning of business. So business is nothing but it is a process where the goods and services are exchanged among buyer and sellers for money or profit. Yes, it is a process of exchanging the goods or services between the buyer and the seller for money or profit. So this is the meaning of business. Meaning of environment. See, if we know the meaning of individual word like business and environment, if you merge both the words, then obviously you don't get the meaning of business environment. So yes, obviously the business is nothing but it is a process where the goods or services are exchanged among buyers and sellers for money or profit. That is the meaning of business. And what is environment? So environment, it is the sum of all living and non-living things that surrounded an organism or group of organisms. Environment includes all element factors and conditions that have some impact on the growth and development of certain organism. Yes, environment, it's just not like only our surroundings. It's all about living and non-living things. Yes, for example, natural environment, it is not living thing, but it impacts on our business, our society, okay, common man, impact on our business. So these all concepts are called environment. So environment is going to impact on our business. So business is nothing but exchanging of goods or services among buyer and seller for money or profit. And environment, it's like living and non-living organisms. Like the natural environment, it relates to nature. So nature, it is non-living, but still it impacts. If any disaster happens, that directly impacts on our business, right? So that is a kind of environment. Living organisms like human beings. Obviously, if we don't buy the product, it directly impacts on the business. So environment is nothing but it's all about the living and non-living organisms, and environment includes all element factors and conditions that have some impact on the growth and development of certain organisms. Yes, it have the impact on the development of the business entity. So environment is most important thing, whether it's supplier or the customers or the investors or the public, whoever it is, the impact on our business. So moving on to know the meaning of business environment. The meaning of business environment. So business environment refers to all those internal and external factors that influence on business. Yes, the business environment is nothing but the factors that are internal and external factors which affects on our business, that is called business environment. It includes number of factors which influences on the business. Some factors are favorable, some factors are neutral. Yes, some factors are favorable, some factors are unfavorable, some factors are neutral. Yes, with respect to this business environment, some factors will be helpful for our business entity. For example, if everything is going good, if all the environments like political environment or governmental environment, economical environment, if everything is good, then it positively impact on our business. If every 5 years once the government will change, then the political environment will not be in a supporting way. So it will be a negative impact on our business. So business environment refers to all those internal and external factors that influences the business. Yes, the business environment refers to all those factors which affect or influences on the business, and it includes number of factors which influence on the business. Some factors are favorable, some factors are neutral. Yes, some factors will be helpful, some factors may not be helpful, but it impacts on our business. So that is why environment is most important with respect to business. So this is the meaning of business environment. So moving on, definition of business environment. So what is the definition of business environment? According to William F. Gluck, business environment as the process by which strategists monitor the economic, governmental, market, supplier, technological, geographic and social settings to determine opportunities and threats to their firms. Yes, so according to William F. Gluck, he says that business environment as the process by which strategists monitor all the environmental aspects. Yes, the strategists are going to monitor all the environmental factors like economical, governmental, market, supplier, technological, geographical and social settings to determine opportunities and threats to their firms. Yes, as I said earlier, it is not going to be only beneficial. It is not going to be only beneficial to the firms, to the business entities. It may impact negatively. So what strategists will do? The strategists, they analyze each and every environment, whether with respect to economical, governmental, political, natural, or geographical or technological environment. They analyze each and every environment, every business environment, and they are going to give the suggestions to the firm whether it is beneficial or it is threatful. So this is the meaning of business environment given by the definition given by William F. Gluck. So moving on, types of business environment. Types of business environment. The first one is internal environment. Internal. See here. Internal, within the business entity. This is called internal environment. Like the employees, the rules and regulations, suppliers. So these people comes under internal environment. Okay, the employees or the management, okay, the rules and regulations, the policies, these comes under internal environment of the business. Next, external. External means outside the business. Outside the business. This is called external factors. Again, we divide the external factors into two types. One is micro environment, another one is macro environment. The first one, micro environment and macro environment. Micro, again small, macro, the big. Like macro with respect to economical environment, political environment, because we can't have the control on those kind of environments. If it comes to internal environment, yes, obviously we can have the control over the internal environment. But if it comes to external environment, okay, if for example you are in a family, okay, you are in a family, in your family there are 4 members, okay, there are 4 members, you, your brother, your parents, okay. So parents plus 2 children. So parents can control the children's, our children can ask for any kind of help or any kind of suggestions or whatever with the parents, and elder brother can control the younger brother can talk to his elder brother whatever he wants. So it is an internal environment. If you want to communicate with others, with outsiders, it is external environment. Okay, parents can control their own children's, but they can't control other parents' children's. Okay, parents, they can control their own children's but can't other children's, right? So in the same way, the company can control the internal environment, but they can't control the external environment. So that is the difference between internal environment and external environment. So mainly we have two types, internal, external. Again, we are going to divide this external environment into two, that is micro environment and macro environment. So moving on, internal environment. So internal environments. So under internal environment, value system. Yes, internal is nothing but within the business entity, and where the business entity have the ability to control all types of aspects. With respect to that, the first internal environment is value system. Yes, what are the value systems the company is following? What are the kind of culture the company is following? What are the rules and regulations, the policies the company is having and following, that they can change themselves accordingly. Whenever the changes is needed, they can change by themselves. They need not to refer, or they need not to go and ask permission with anyone. So the first internal environment is value system. Next, mission and objectives of the business. Yes, mission and objectives of the business will be determined by the company, not by the public or not by the outsider, right? Whatever the objective the company have, they can decide themselves. Whatever the mission they have, whether to give quality products, or whether to make profit, or whether to satisfy the customers, they can decide themselves. They need not to worry about other persons or other entities, or they need not to worry about the government or outsiders. So they can decide themselves. So this is also one of the internal environment. See, the mission, it is most important. The mission of the particular entity. So based on the mission, the employees will work, the company will run. Based on the objective of the business, the company will run. If whatever this objective is set up, if it is not working accordingly, they can change themselves, right? Next one, organizational structure. Yes, they have the control on their organizational structure, whether the top level management, middle level management, or the lower level management. Top level management, middle level management, or the lower level management. They have all the rights to change the structure of the management or the organization according to their need. So it is also one of the internal environment where they can change the organizational structure with reference to the benefit of the business. Next, financial capability. Yes, they can change the financial structure according to their need. Okay, if they want to take more loan, they can go and approach for more loan. They need not to consult anyone, right? So they can go and directly approach for more loan. If they want to issue equity shares, so they can take the decision themselves. It is controlled by the business entity. Okay. Next, human resource management. Yes, human resource management is also comes under internal business environment. So in human resource management, like giving the promotion or fixing up the salary or motivating of the employees or terminating the employees or recruiting the employees, everything will be in the control of the business entity. These are all the internal environments with respect to business environment. The first one, value system. The second one, mission and objectives of the business. Third one, organizational structure. Next one, financial capability. And the last one, human resource management. So these are the internal environment. And moving on, continuation of internal environment. The next thing is marketing capability. Yes, marketing capability, the business entity, they can decide themselves what is their marketing abilities, the capabilities, how much they can satisfy or how much they can put the products into the market, and what is the total volume of production they have for the particular year, so how many units they can sell. So marketing capability, they can have the control themselves. Next, operational capability. Yes, whether they can operate only in a particular area or all over the world, it is based on their capability. So they can decide themselves about the operational capability. Next, managerial policies. Yes, with respect to their rules and regulations and policies, they are going to decide themselves whether they have to change the present managerial structure or they can continue with the present managerial structure. That is the function of the particular business entity. Next, brand image and corporate image. Yes, it is also one of the internal environment with respect to business environment. That is brand image and corporate image. So brand image is nothing but what kind of importance a particular company brand have. Okay, for example, Nike, Puma. So what kind of image these companies have, that is called brand image. Corporate image, what is the weightage that particular company have in that particular sector. So they can take decision by themselves to increase their brand image and corporate image. Next, research and development capability. Research and development capability. Yes, they can go for n number of research. They can introduce the new products. They need not to worry about anything. They will be having the control over the research and development capability. And the next thing is external environment. So external environment we will be discussing in the upcoming session. So for today's session, we discussed about what is business, what is environment, and what is business environment. And we also studied about the types of business environment, that is internal, external, and we also discussed few internal factors. So in the upcoming sessions, we'll be discussing about the external factors in depth. So thank you all for watching. For more videos, keep watching. Until then, thank you.